You are on the channel Quotes of Great Men. Enjoy watching. This sense of wonder is the mark of a philosopher. Philosophy indeed has no other origin. To be uncertain is to be uncomfortable, but to be certain is to be ridiculous. To use words and phrases in an easygoing manner without scrutinizing them too curiously is not in general a mark of ill-breeding. On the contrary, there is something low-bred in being too precise. But sometimes there is no help for it. And I say, let a man be of good cheer about his soul. When the soul has been arrayed in her own proper jewels, temperance and justice, and courage, and nobility and truth, she is ready to go on her journey when the hour comes. Flattery is like a painted armor, only for show. Wisdom is knowing how little we know. When desire, having rejected reason and overpowered judgment which leads to right, is set in the direction of the pleasure which beauty can inspire. All of the wisdom of this world is but a tiny raft upon which we must set sail when we leave this earth. If only there was a firmer foundation upon which to sail, perhaps some divine word. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. The hour of departure has arrived, and we go our ways, I to die, and you to live. Which is better? Only God knows. How many things I can do without. Beauty is the bait which with delight allures man to enlarge his kind. An honest man is always a child. One who is injured ought not to return the injury, for on no account can it be right to do an injustice. If the whole world depends on today's youth, I can't see the world lasting another 100 years. I was afraid that by observing objects with my eyes and trying to comprehend them with each of my other senses, I might blind my soul altogether. I decided that it was not wisdom that enabled poets to write their poetry, but a kind of instinct or inspiration, such as you find in seers and prophets who deliver all their sublime messages without knowing in the least what they mean. The only thing I know is that I know nothing. This is self-knowledge for a man to know what he knows, and what he does not know. I know nothing but the certainty of my own ignorance. The soul is cured of its maladies by certain incantations. These incantations are beautiful reasons, from which temperance is generated in souls. I swear it upon Zeus, an outstanding runner cannot be the equal of an average wrestler. There is a doctrine whispered in secret that a man is a prisoner who has no right to open the door and run away. This is a great mystery which I do not quite understand. Often when looking at a mass of things for sale, he would say to himself, how many things I have no need of. All men's souls are mortal, but the souls of the righteous are immortal and divine. I I am that gadfly which God has attached to the state, and all day long and in all places am always fastening upon you, arousing and persuading and reproaching you. I was really too honest a man to be a politician and live. I soon realized that poets do not compose their poems with knowledge, but by some inborn talent and by inspiration, like seers and prophets who also say many fine things without any understanding of what they say. It seems that God took away the minds of poets that they might better express His. He who has lived as a true philosopher has reason to be of good cheer when he is about to die, and that after death he may hope to receive the greatest good in the other world. If measure and symmetry are absent from any composition in any degree, ruin awaits both the ingredients and the composition. Measure and symmetry are beauty and virtue the world over. The nearest way to glory a shortcut, as it were, is to strive to be what you wish to be thought to be. In my investigation in the service of the God, I found that those who had the highest reputation were nearly the most efficient, while those who were thought to be inferior were more knowledgeable. What a lot of things there are a man can do without. Beloved Pan and all ye other gods who haunt this place, give me beauty in the inward soul, and may the outward and the inward man be one. Whoever would have his body supple, easy, and healthful should learn to dance. If you will take my advice, you will think little of Socrates, and a great deal more of truth. To know is to know that you know nothing. I know that I know nothing. To fear death, gentlemen, is no other than to think oneself wise when one is not, to think one knows what one does not know. The warm love has the coldest end. The examined life is the only life worth living. If you watch to the end, I am very grateful to you. Watch also these videos,